All right, my name is Solomon Oluwabi. Welcome to this podcast. This is Viewpoint Ministries podcast. And here today, we're going to be looking at a very important topic, and that is the role of self-care in strengthening family bond. Now, for your information, we just hand a live program where we talk about the importance of self-care for mothers. So I will encourage you to go back and watch that. That's about 1 hour that we did on that, and it's fascinating. So you want to go back, listen to that, watch it, and then come to this one. Or you can listen to this one and then go back to that. Either way, I would encourage you to go on Viewpoint Ministries, YouTube, Facebook, any other places where you come across us. We are on the major platforms, okay? You can get to listen to us from there. And none other person than Olashike Ajayi that will be helping us to answer this question on this podcast. And thank you, ma'am, for making it a day with us on this podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, very good. Let me ask you first before I actually ask you the question we have. I know this is a short podcast, but I would like for our viewers, our listeners to be able to know who is our guest today. So who is Olashike Ajayi?
Hi everyone. My name is Folashike. I'm a mom of two, and professionally, I work in clinical research. Yeah.
All right, very well said. Thank you for that. Today we are looking at this topic right here, the role of self-care in strengthening family bond. Now, when we're talking about, on the first part of this program, we talk about the importance of self-care for mother, right? And here we're looking at strengthening the family bond. Now, when we're talking about self-care for mother, we're looking for making sure that the mother is not being burnt out, right? When you are a new mom, there are shifts in what you used to be, things you used to do, to what you are now going to be doing. While you cannot cut off the prior responsibility just like that, you also have to find a way to manage and to put things together to make it work while you are taking care of God's gift for you. Well, I want you to give our listeners or our viewers, the importance of the role of self-care in strengthening family bond. Why is that so important? Why is self-care a critical element to family, to have a strong family bond?
Yeah. So, like we discussed during the live show, self-care is the habit of prioritizing well-being. So when we are prioritizing our well-being, in every way possible, spiritually, physically, mentally, it means we are pouring into ourselves. It means we are recharging like we should. And it puts us in a better space mentally to serve others effectively, to strengthen our family bonds, if you know what I mean. So because when we're practicing self-care, we're loving on ourselves. We're saying the right things to ourselves. We are giving the best parts of ourselves to ourselves. So in that mind, it just gives us the opportunity to pour into others effectively. So like they always say, the common saying goes that you can't pour out of an empty cup, right? So when we're practicing self-care, we're pouring into our own cup. We're filling up our cup. When we're doing the things we should do for ourselves, when we're reading the Word of God, when we're letting the Word of God fill us, and we're getting refreshed, then we're in a better space to also pour into others. We're in a better mind space to serve others, to serve other members of our family, to serve our children, to serve our parents, to serve people that are around us. So I think it's really, really important when we're taking the time out to really care for ourselves, nurture our minds, nurture our body physically, It gives us the best version of ourselves, and it means giving others the best version of ourselves.
Very well said. Thank you so much for doing this for us. We really appreciate you, because it is important that mother take care of themselves, mother care for themselves in order to pour into others. But as we round off on this one, just quickly, where is the place of being intentional, the place of intentionality in self-care?
Well, intentionality is important because it's something sometimes we forget to do. It's really easy to forget to take out time for yourself. It's really, really easy to not do, what we need to do for ourselves. For example, let's say prayer and meditation. If we've been busy all day and we've not taken the time out to pray, or let's say if we've been busy all day, we've not taken the time out to, maybe go for a walk just to clear our minds. Then we don't get to be the best version of ourselves. So that's when being intentional comes in. Being intentional is setting a time apart. Having it at the back of our minds that we need to do this. So being intentional is really, really important in self-care.
Yeah, very well said. Thank you so much. And I want to appreciate you for being here today to help us, look at this critical topic for this time. Even as we go closer to Mother's Day, right? Role here, strengthening our family. Thank you so much, Lisa.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. And we hope to have you again. So stay with me in the studio. All right, to everyone who is listening to us, to every woman especially, when mothers take care of themselves, they're able to better equip themselves to nurture, their relationship with their children and their partner. And when you're doing that as well, you are setting a good example, because when you practice self-care, you set a positive example for the children. You teach them that to manage themselves daily, teaching them the importance of taking care of their own well-being. Ultimately, you're not just doing that to just feel good. You're doing that to also show the children that it is important that, like our guest said, right? You can't pour from empty cup. You cannot be depleted and be able to pour into others. So it is important to take care of yourself, so you're able to take care of the gift that God has given you. This is where we're heading it today. My name is Solomon Oluwabi. Until next time, contend earnestly for the faith. Thank you.